This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Forest River Wildwood travel trailer, model number 27RK. So this is not a floor plan video, it's a how-to. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. Okay, so you have power stabilizers on this trailer. So you see you have one switch controls both rear, and then there's another switch up front that controls both front. Okay, this is your water heater. Now the water heater, basically it runs on gas and electric. So right now the trailer is in camping mode. So the water heater is not bypassed anymore. It's in camping mode and it's full. So make sure you never run the heating element or the gas burner without water in the water heater tank. You always got to make sure it's full. To control the electric heating element, there's this rocker switch right here, right? And then inside the trailer, there's another switch for the gas burner here. So, two ways to operate it. Never run it without water in it. You have a power awning with LED strip. This is the vent for the range hood. If you're going to be using the fan of the range hood, make sure you reach up and flip the baffle open so the baffle can flap freely when you're venting. Okay. This is a hookup for a sprayer. This is your outside griddle, and this is the LP Quick Connect here, right? The LP Quick Connect, let's see where it connects down here. Let's see. Probably have to move the door, maybe. No, it's right here. So there's that's where you connect the LP line to use your griddle. Okay. Okay. So outside speakers, of course. This is your fresh water tank fill. Now the most common way to get water to the trailer is through the city water hookup, but if you're camping someplace where they don't have city water, you can pre-fill your onboard tank right here and then use your pump, your onboard water pump, to pump the water. So if you have city water, you don't have to worry about this, but if you're camping someplace where you don't have city water, you got to pre-fill it and use the pump. Okay, this is just TV signal out plus power for TV set. Of course, your stairs fold in. This is the switch for the front stabilizers. In your compartment, you have a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. You have cameras. So you have 3 cameras on this trailer. I believe you've got your door side and your off-door side right here, and then you'll have a backup camera too. We'll show you how that works also. You have a power tongue jack. If the tongue jack ever fails, you can unscrew this top and you can actually put a ratchet or a crank on there, and you can actually operate this manually if you have to get yourself out of trouble. 2 LP tanks with a regulator, deep cycle marine battery, and that's the kill switch for your battery right there if you want to shut it off. Okay. This crank here, the small one, is the crank for the power tongue jack that I told you about. This crank here with the shaft with a cylinder, or no, cylinder with a slot, that can go on your, let me find the, that can go right here on your power stabilizers. If you go to the off-door side, there's a shaft with a pin through it. Well, this crank will fit right on that shaft with a pin. You can actually crank the stabilizers in an emergency. You can crank them manually also. Okay, so your dump valves are here. 2 gray valves, and of course a black valve. Black valve is toilet water and waste. Gray is sink and shower water. This is your black tank flush right here. So after you dump your black tank, if you leave the valve open, like it says on the sticker, you gotta leave the valve open. But if you do that, you hook the hose on here, turn it on, it'll spray the inside of your black tank out, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. Okay, and of course this is your city water hookup, the most common way to get water to the trailer. All right, moving on. Your power cord, 30-foot 30-amp cord. We give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 20. This is campground cable and satellite through. Okay, so I said you have a backup camera, but this one does not. It just has the the turn signal cameras, the door side and off door side, so you can always add a backup camera if you choose to. Alrighty, so also while we're looking up, it's important to inspect your roof a few times a summer at least. Make sure there's no cracking or separation, any damage to the roof, no any place for water to get in. You just want to basically make sure it's good and tight and there's no damage anywhere. If you see anything, get it repaired, okay? Alrighty, so let's go inside. I think that's the first time I've seen side cameras without the backup. Usually it's the other way around, so that's what kind of threw me. But they come in a kit, and so that's the kit the previous owners got. All right. So here we are inside. Thermostat is right here. It's very simple. It works like all of them. You hit the mode bar to light it up, and then you just keep poking the mode bar until you find the mode you want. Your water pump. I told you can pump the water out of the fresh water tank. If you don't have city water, that's where you would do it right there. Turn it on. You also use that to winterize the trailer. The water heater, I showed you in the lower left-hand corner there was a switch to turn on the electric heating element. Well, this is where you light the gas right here. Okay? Slide out, in and out, power awning in and out. Your battery's charged, fresh water, and so on and so forth. Black, gray, 2 gray tanks in this one, I believe, and they graduate up in 1/3 increments. So they work this works just like all of the panels work. So you have a fireplace, and this is the remote. The fireplace. Let's see what kind we've got here. All right, so 0 is the fan speed, low, high. So that's high. That fan speed is really kicking out the heat, right? You can also change the colors of the crystals, like so. You can also change the color of the flame. So, and it also has a timer also. So you have that. Then you have your sound bar, and here's a, let's see. Okay, this is the sound bar. So you have FM radio, no AM, FM radio. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet. You got a USB, so you can put, you know, MP3s on a USB drive and take all your favorite songs with you. HDMI is an in, so you go into the system that way. Let's say if you wanted to go in there with a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could do that, for example. You have 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. This is your digital signal booster. You always want it on like that. You always want it glowing green. You can shut it off, but you always want it glowing green when you're using it. Otherwise you won't get a good picture. This is just telling it's pre-wired for a Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi signal booster, which would consist of an antenna on the roof and then a router that goes down here. If you're interested in something like that, you can go to kingconnect.com and look at their products for pre-wired trailers. Okay. And of course your TV works like any other TV. Your sofa jackknifes flat. This one jackknifes flat. You can also move this section into different positions, right? You could drop the table down onto these cleats here and use the cushions to fill in the space, and you have a second bed there, so there's two places to sleep there. This right here is a cover that comes with it. All right. The refrigerator is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. You always want to keep this locked so the doors don't get damaged. This device down here is your power converter. This converts AC to DC power. So as long as you're plugged in, you got regular AC circuit breakers like you see at home, 110 AC, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12-volt DC over here. You got regular 12-volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. Also, when you're plugged in, this is a battery tender. It'll sense how much energy your battery up front has and needs, and it'll send enough amps to always keep it charged while you're plugged in. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle will charge it, and when you're plugged in, this power converter charges it, okay? Your oven and range top, it works like they all do, but I'll walk you through it real quick here. Okay, so you have 3 knobs for 3 burners. This is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark, and this is for the oven. So you're just going to go like this. It's that simple. Okay. The oven. There's a pilot light at the bottom all the way to the back. Maybe you can see it spark when I do that. All you do is go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the pilot, you depress it, keep it depressed while you're lighting it, spark it until you see the pilot light down there. After it lights, you still hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then I go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the pilot light goes out. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. I'm going to shut that off for now. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood I told you about, the fan. If you're using the fan to vent to the outside, make sure you open the baffle outside. You also have a light. Okay, your keys are hanging here. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's see what else we've got. GFCI, there's probably 2 of them in this trailer. All the plugs in the trailer, including the one on the outside, are wired to a GFCI. So if you're outside, you're using something that pops, you're going to reset it inside. There's probably another one in the bathroom, I would think. We'll know. We'll look when we get there, but this size trailer generally will have 2. All right, this to access your water pump and stuff is down here, just so you know. You also have the bypass valves on the water heater, which are where was the water heater? In the back. So it's back in this corner. You can remove this panel here. Yeah, you can remove this panel here to access the valves on the back of the water heater for winterizing and dewinterizing. Okay. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. This one is not a GFCI, but we'll keep looking. The toilet works like all RV toilets. Let me see if you can see here. There's a flush pedal right here. So you can't use it dry. It sits right over a black tank. So when you get to the campground, your black tank is going to be dry or empty because you've already dumped it at your last campsite. So when you hook up your power and your water, you put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, and then stand on the pedal long enough to put at least a gallon of water in there. So you got a gallon of water at least, plus a dose of chemical. Then you're ready to use it. You never use it dry without water or chemical, because if you do, it'll get clogged up. Plus the smell will be super terrible. So you always want to make sure you got water and chemical in there. Okay. Another TV hookup. You have some storage underneath here. Another closet here, which is unusual for an RV to have that much closet space, but it does. So your escape window works like this. You push it all the way through, then you grab a hold of the red tab and pull the screen out, and you can escape during an emergency. Alrighty. Okay. I think we've got it here. I'm just going to shut it. You turn the air conditioning on, you must be testing it, so I'm going to shut everything off right there. We'll go off in a second. So one thing we haven't touched on is your there it is right there. Your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. That's right here. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced. If it goes off, obviously everybody goes out. You leave the door open, shut the appliances off, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. But if that's not glowing red, get it serviced. Because service means get a new one, or make sure it's connected and it didn't come loose. But generally it would mean get another one. Okay, alrighty. Your chairs strap into place so they don't bounce around. Your theater seats, or I guess you would call these recliners. There is only one GFCI in this one, and it's here, not 2. You don't know till you look. Okay. So, I think that covers it. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect your roof on a regular basis. The manufacturer says 60 days or so, so just keep after it. It should be part of your regular general maintenance, so make sure you keep up on it. Make sure there's nothing happening up there that you don't know about. Right now this trailer is in camping mode. The antifreeze has been purged out of the system. It's replaced with fresh water. The valves on the water tank are in camping mode, and the water tank is full right now, so you're all set. Never run the water heater without water in the tank. Okay? Thank you.